A healthy heart is the core of your well-being, so how can you neglect it? It's shocking that according to the World Health Federation, deaths from cardiovascular disease increased to 60% globally over the last 30 years. But what can be blamed for this unfortunate trend? Our own habits and practices have led us to a stage where heart diseases are very common. You might not even know, but these 10 bad daily habits are the hidden destroyers of your heart. Number 1. Being a lazy couch potato. Number 1 is the silent threat of inactivity. If your idea of a marathon involves more screen time than running time, it's time to rethink your routine. You are bored, it's cold, you don't feel like getting out of bed, you enjoy the coziness of your couch? Excuses. These are all excuses to avoid having a productive day that keeps you active and healthy. It's not even about being sluggish, it's a risk factor for heart disease. We aren't saying that you need to transform into a gym rat overnight. Simply aim for 150 minutes of heart-pumping activity each week. Dance in your living room, take brisk walks, or even garden. Make a move to outrun the couch potato lifestyle. Breathe the fresh air every morning and go for a jog. That is all you need to keep your heart pumping properly. Number 2. Drowning in alcohol. Life's one big party when you're still young, but who's gonna have your back when it's all done? Cheers to moderation. While a glass of wine might not be the villain, overindulging in alcohol can be. Excessive drinking can hike up your blood pressure and mess with your heart rhythm. The golden rule? Stick to 1 drink a day for women and up to 2 for men. I know you love to celebrate and party all night, but don't you want to wait to see your grandchildren? Or be a healthy old citizen? You can't do any of it if you keep yourself hooked to alcohol. It's a disease and slow poison for your heart, so think about it now. So, let's make sleep a non-negotiable part of our health routine, just like our workouts and eating greens. Think of it as a nightly vacation for your heart. It deserves it. Number 3. Loving those unhealthy diets. Fast food, sugary snacks, and processed meals might be convenient, but they're not doing your heart any favors. It's no secret that our eating habits have a direct line to our heart health, and, let's face it, the connection isn't always a love story. When we satisfy our cravings with a diet high in processed foods, sugary snacks, and saturated fats, we're not just challenging our waistlines, we're putting our hearts on the front line. This kind of diet can lead to obesity, a known risk factor for heart disease, as it contributes to high blood pressure, increased cholesterol levels, and a higher likelihood of developing type 2 diabetes. All of these conditions strain our heart, making it work harder than it should. And do you know that nearly 40% of American adults are considered obese, and obesity-related conditions, including heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes, are some of the leading causes of preventable, premature death? It's time to rethink our plates and go for sweet, juicy fruits, yummy vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. Say no to unhealthy fried food and steaks and burgers and pizzas for a while. It's all about loving your heart with every bite. Number 4. Neglecting your sleep cycle. Did you know that skimping on those precious Z's can do more than just make you cranky and reach for that extra cup of coffee? It's true. Not catching enough rest can actually put a serious strain on your heart. Here's the deal. When we don't get our recommended 7 to 9 hours of sleep, our bodies go into a bit of a panic mode. This lack of rest can lead to high blood pressure, increase the risk of diabetes, and even cause weight gain, all of which are like frenemies to our heart's health. And studies have shown that people who don't sleep enough have a greater risk of developing heart disease. In fact, one eye-opening research from the American Heart Association suggests that people who sleep less than 7 hours per night are at a higher risk of heart disease compared to those who get a good night's rest. Number 5. Having a smoke too often. This one is quite obvious, but we are still not taking it seriously. Smoking is a habit that's really hard to quit, but it's much harder on your heart. Every puff sends harmful chemicals known as carcinogens coursing through your bloodstream, setting off alarms in your cardiovascular system. This isn't just about the lungs, it's a heart issue through and through. The nicotine in tobacco causes your blood vessels to narrow, forcing your heart to work overtime just to pump blood through these tightened pathways. Over time, this increased workload can lead to high blood pressure, while the chemicals in cigarette smoke can cause the walls of your arteries to harden, a condition known as atherosclerosis. This sets the stage for a whole host of heart-related problems, including heart attacks and strokes. Guess what? Smokers are 2 to 4 times more likely to develop coronary heart disease than non-smokers. That's a hefty price to pay for a habit that offers nothing but harm. The good news? Quitting smoking can start to reverse some of the damage and significantly lower your risk of heart disease. Kicking the tobacco habit to the curb is one of the best decisions you can make. It's never too late to quit, and your heart will thank you for it. Number 6. Forgetting your oral health. Surprise! Your oral health and heart health are linked. Don't believe it? Well, when we don't take good care of our teeth and gums, it can lead to gum disease, which isn't just a problem for your mouth. Gum disease can allow bacteria to enter your bloodstream, causing inflammation and damage to blood vessels, including those in your heart. This inflammation can increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. It's like a domino effect. What starts in your mouth doesn't stay there. It can have far-reaching consequences for your heart. That's why brushing, flossing, and regular dental checkups are not just about keeping your smile bright, but also about keeping your heart healthy. Number 7. Not taking your mental health seriously. When we talk about taking care of our hearts, we often focus on physical actions like eating right and exercising. But there's another piece of the puzzle that's just as important, but sometimes overlooked: our mental health. Ignoring or minimizing mental health issues like stress, anxiety, and depression doesn't just weigh heavily on your mind. It can also have a real, tangible impact on your heart. These emotional states trigger a flood of physical responses in your body, including an increase in blood pressure and the release of stress hormones, which can strain your heart over time. It's like your heart is carrying the burden of your mental struggles, and this added stress can lead to serious heart conditions. The connection between the heart and mind is powerful, and it's crucial to address mental health with the same urgency and care as physical health. Seeking support, whether through talking to a professional, connecting with friends and family, or practicing stress reduction techniques, is a powerful step in protecting your heart. Number 8. Aggressively trying to lose weight. Carrying extra weight, especially around your midsection, can really put a strain on your heart. It makes your heart work overtime, every day, without any breaks. This extra effort can lead to high blood pressure, increased cholesterol levels, and a higher risk of developing heart disease. Now, you might think that jumping into heavy exercises might be the quick fix to shed those extra pounds, but it's not that simple. Suddenly starting intense workouts when your body isn't used to it can actually be quite risky and put unnecessary stress on your heart. Imagine going from 0 to 100 without a warm-up. Your heart would be shocked, and not in a good way. This could lead to serious heart issues, especially if you have been inactive for a while or have existing health concerns. The key is to start slow and steady. Gradual lifestyle changes, like including moderate physical activities, making healthier food choices, and seeking guidance from health professionals, are safer and more effective ways to lose weight and protect your heart. Number 9. Staying sad and unhappy. This one might sound dramatic and unreal, but it's genuinely true. Your heart does have an emotional connection to your body. It's like your heart senses the loneliness and sadness, and it feels right along with you. When we're isolated or down, our body cranks up the stress hormones, which can lead to high blood pressure and inflammation. Both are dangerous consequences. It's as if our hearts are bearing the emotional weight, making them work harder and less efficiently. And research has proven that social isolation and loneliness can increase the risk of heart disease by up to 29%. So never forget to engage with friends, join clubs, or even volunteering can open the door to meaningful interactions that not only enrich our lives, but can keep our hearts beating strong and resilient. Remember, a happy heart is a healthy heart, and making connections, both emotionally and socially, is key to keeping our hearts in tip-top shape. Number 10, I'm too young for a heart disease. Waiting to get old before you start caring about your heart health is like saying you'll wait for the car to break down before you start doing regular maintenance. It's a bit of a risky gamble, don't you think? The truth is, heart health doesn't suddenly become important as you blow out more candles on your birthday cake. It's necessary from the get-go. By the time many of us start thinking about heart health, our hearts have been dealing with years of whatever lifestyle choices we've thrown at them, good or bad. It's like showing up to a marathon without training and wondering why running feels so tough. The heart, much like any part of your body, thrives on lifelong care, balanced eating, regular exercise, and keeping stress in check. Starting young sets you up for success, making it easier to keep heart diseases at bay as you age. So, let's not wait for the right age to start caring for our hearts. After all, it's not like your heart is going to send you a calendar invite saying, "Ready to start caring about me now." Every day is the perfect day to give your heart some love, making sure it stays strong and healthy for all the adventures ahead. Let's get moving, eat right, and live well now, because when it comes to heart health, later is not better. The road to heart health is a marathon, not a sprint. Change takes time, effort, and patience. Whether it's improving your diet, exercising more, or quitting smoking, every step forward is progress. Don't get discouraged by setbacks. Your heart health journey is worth every effort. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more health hacks and heart-to-hearts. Until next time, keep your heart beating strong and your habits even stronger.